We had a neighbor that was a mile north, mile east that had a fall event. He wasn't raising pumpkins, and Shelly ran this concession stand, and they ran 8 or 10 years and got their kids through college and sold the place and moved away. So we found out late that year, and I used to help him work his ground and stuff and plant his maize and stuff. So we picked it up, and where the parking lot is, we planted 1 acre of pumpkins, did them too late, did everything wrong. So we had to wind up buying pumpkins and seeding the patch. We go to this, buy them in the bins like you see at Walmart from a wholesaler, and we carry them out there and put them by our plants like we'd grown them, and people just bought them like crazy. We'd do that every week. So I said, well, there's something to this. So I said, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. So water's the key. I mean, because you plant pumpkins in mid-June and they grow all the way through July and August, and Oklahoma summers are not very hospitable sometimes for growing pumpkins. So I had to have water. So we invested in a center pivot irrigation system, drilled 3 wells to get enough water to supply that. And so we were able to plant 20 acres under that pivot. And that's the next year that'd be 2014 was our first year that we had the pivot, and we grew lots of pumpkins. And then we started adding stuff, the corn pit, the bounce pad, and just as it's grown, it started out slow, kind of like what our Christmas thing is. But as people found out about it, and it's growing, and it just got big, and the pumpkin patch is huge now. We have almost 40 acres of pumpkins every year. So we're geared a lot at the pumpkin patch, a lot toward younger kids, and we may need to try to expand that into some older stuff for older teens and stuff. We do have a haunted corn maze that the older kids like, and of course we have the corn cannon that the big kids like, even the guys like that. They get pretty competitive. So, but yeah, that's kind of how we started, and we finished our 9th year this year in the pumpkin patch. So, well, I grew up here. This is the farm I was born. Well, I wasn't born here. I was born in Shawnee in town, but I was raised here, raised on a dairy farm. I've lived here all my life. We actually live in my grandparents' house. We remodeled it a few years ago, and so it's the family farm. It's just where I'm from. It's where I'm going to be. So Shawnee's a great area. We're north of Shawnee, which this area is growing like crazy. Shawnee's moving this way. It's a nice town. When Shelly and I were talking about doing this, trying to have something that the people of Shawnee could come out and enjoy, and it still keep it very economical for them, where we're not real expensive. We're not like some of the other places in Oklahoma City that are charge a lot for entry. We try to keep it where a family can come spend all day for less than the price of a movie. So that's kind of our goal. And we haven't raised prices on the pumpkin patch. We've been the same price for 9 years. We haven't raised our prices as everything else has gone up. Fertilizer, seed, chemicals all go up, all those input costs. But we've tried to stay constant so people can come and enjoy it and spend the day and not break the bank. Well, the spirit of Christmas. So Shelly, my wife Shelly, she likes fall, but she loves Christmas. Let's put it that way. So for several years, she's wanted to do something at Christmas. And of course, by the time you run 8 weeks and through September, October, in 1st of November, you're wore out, and it's like, But so a couple of years ago, I gave in and said, okay, and I said, you got to have something to sell. You got to have something to draw people. So Christmas trees. This is our 2nd year to get trees out of Oregon. Really nice. I ordered too many last year. Didn't sell them all, which was a little discouraging. But it was our first year, and anyway, we ordered less this year, and we're doing well. Better come get them quick before they run out. But they're really nice. Yes, what we have this year are 7 to 8 foot Douglas firs, and we're selling them for $65. And she's got some wreaths for $15. And then, of course, you're in here. You can see some of this other stuff that Christmas trinkets that they've got that people can come in and purchase. On the Spirit of Christmas, we're open Thursday through Sunday, 4 to 8. So a lot of what we have are lights outside. We'll take the hayride through the Christmas lights, so those will start at dark. But opening early in the late afternoon gives people, if they want to come get a tree, they can do that in the daylight and stay for the rest of the activities. You know, we usually have a bonfire or a fire pit burning. They can roast hot dogs, make s'mores. We also have snow. It's not real snow, but it feels like it, and kids can play in that, make snow angels. So, and then we have the hayride through the Christmas lights. So, like I said, it's our second year. Things are still kind of small, but we're trying to grow that. So who knows what'll next year? We'll probably have twice as many lights if Shelly has her way. If somebody purchases a tree, we don't charge admission. Then if they want to do the other stuff, if they just want to come and do the activities, we have letters to Santa. I think she's got some ornaments the kids can make and stuff like that. The hayride, the lights is $5 a person. On the spirit of Christmas, I think the sky is the limit still. I know there'll be more lights next year. And there's talk of a skating rink, maybe real snow, but temperature that's kind of a tough deal if it's got to get cold enough. But I've looked into some snow blowers that make real snow so the kids can play in. So come see us. We're family friendly. We love families, and just come out and have a good time.